Today's story is about a female group that influenced the techno music movement. Today, I'm giving you a story about a group that many people may be unfamiliar with. Today's story is about First Choice, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Before we get started in today's video, please be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to stay up to date. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. This story will begin at Overbrook High School in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where Rochelle Fleming, Annette Guest, Wardell Piper, and Madeline Messiers will form the group the Dabinettes. The group, they would perform at local clubs throughout the whole Philadelphia area. Now the group, they would gain the attention of a local DJ named DJ Georgie Woods. Now Woods, he would connect them to a music producer named Norman Harris. Harris, he would sign the group to Philly Groove Records, and the group, they would change their name to First Choice. Harris, he would work with the group, and they would release their first single titled This Is the House Where Love Died. Now this song didn't chart, but it was a local favorite that could be heard in nightclubs all across the country. They would release another single titled Armed and Extremely Dangerous.
That day he walked into my life, he caught me with my guard down.
That same year, the group's debut album was released titled Armed and Extremely Dangerous. Now this album peaked at 184 on the Billboard 200 charts and number 55 on the Billboard Top R&B Albums charts. This album also had 3 singles, with the self-titled single, along with Smarty Pants,
By the way, my name is Smarty Pants. I could win a man.
and Newsy Neighbors.
We always drop by around by. Eat you at a house and home.
Now Piper, she will leave the group and go solo before the group released its debut album, which explains why the cover for the record only featured 3 of the members. Piper was replaced by a new member by the name of Joyce Jones shortly after she departed the group. Now the group's debut album allowed them to gain national recognition on American television with appearances on TV shows such as Soul Train and American Bandstand, to name a few. In 1974, the group, they would release their second album titled The Player. This album had peaked at 143 on the Billboard 200 charts and number 36 on the Billboard Top R&B Albums charts. This album also gave us 2 hit singles with The Player Part 1.
Girls, I'm telling you, he'll be knocking at your door if you let him in one time.
Jones, she would leave the group and was replaced by Ursula Herring. In 1976, the group, they would leave Philly Groove Records and sign with Warner Brothers Records because of the label owner Stan Watson, who was doing some shady things, as I described in the story of the Delphonics. That same year, the group would release its first album under Warner Brothers titled So Let Us Entertain You, which peaked at 201 on the Billboard Bubbling Under the 200 charts and number 53 on the Billboard Top R&B Albums charts. The group, they would depart Warner Brothers and sign with Goldmine Records, where they would release 3 albums, including the 1977 album titled Delusions, which peaked at 103 on the Billboard 200 charts, the 1979 album Hold Your Horses, that peaked at 135 on the Billboard 200 charts and number 58 on the Billboard Top R&B Album charts. This album also gave us 3 hit singles with Double Cross, Hold Your Horse, and Love Thing. Now, the group's last album was released in 1980, titled Breakaway. Herring would quit the group in 1979 before the 1979 album was released and was replaced by Debbie Martin. Herring would quit the group before the 1979 album and was replaced by Debbie Martin. The group, they will officially disband in 1980 after their album was released. Now, Rochelle Fleming, she will go on to have a solo career, while Annette Guest and went on to become a successful songwriter for various musicians, most notably Stephanie Mills. Now First Choice, they had a very early influence on the creation of techno music. In 1999, Mary J. Blige, she would cover the group's song, Let No Man Put Us Under, for her album Mary.
I'm surprised to see
And in 2019, the rapper J. Cole would sample the group's song Wake Up To Me for his hit single Middle Child.
Niggas been counting me out. I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it.